race. Hello, diecast racing family. Welcome. I have a long overdue race here that I'd like to get over with, so I'm just going to go ahead and going with it, and let's get it running. Started this race a long time ago, and I'm ready to get it over with. So I think this week I am going to run the whole thing, and we will hopefully have a winner by the end of the week. Join the field of winners here at live TFT Raceway racing here. We have Josh Miller, Clayton, Jason Heffield. We have David Jewell, Ted Kahn, Derek Workman, and John Hansen. And we need another contender for the TFT Champion Series race. So let's get this going. Let's race. Alright, first up, folks, we have Crazy Coach, Silverback Diecast Racing, and that custom El Camino in lane 1. And we have Joshua Rose and that 70 Plymouth Roadrunner in lane 2. Are we ready? Let's get them down, folks. They're down, and Joshua's over, and it is Crazy Coach taking that first round. First race. Alright, folks, we have Crazy Coach up by 1. He's in lane 2. We got Joshua Rose down by 1 in lane 1. Let's get them running. Let's race them. Crazy Coach is in the lead. Joshua pulls it in front, and Joshua takes us to a sudden death. Alright, here we are. Sudden death at the TFT. We have Crazy Coach in lane 1. Joshua Rose in lane 2. Who will take it? And they're down. Joshua pulls in front, but Crazy Coach cuts him off. And it is Crazy Coach for the win. Next we have Mike Newman in the Camaro. We have Jalen Pride. He is in that. Also in a Camaro. So Camaro versus Camaro match. Let's get him up here. Then Mike Newman in that lane 1. Jalen Pride in lane 2. Let's run them. And they're down. And Jalen pulls in front. Jalen just leaves. And Jalen turns around and looks at Mike Newman. Alright, we have them switched up. We have Mike Newman in lane. Actually, Mike Newman in lane 2. Jalen Pride in lane 1, up by 1. Can Mike take us to a sudden death, or will his night be over? And they're down. Jalen pulls way in front, and Mike just parks it on turn 2, so Jalen Pride moves on. Next up, we have Amanda Jewell in lane 1. We have Jim D from Indie Diecast Racing in lane 2. Are we ready? Let's race them. They're down. Amanda pulls in front, but she wipes out. Can Jim finish? And Jim does. He wins that first race. Alright, race 2. Amanda's down by 1 in lane 2. Jim is up by 1 in lane 1. Let's race them. Amanda takes a big lead. Can she keep it together? And she does. Jim parks it in that turn 2. So that brings us to an Autobot sudden death. Autobot sudden death at the TFT Raceway. Amanda in lane 1. Jim in lane 2. Let's race them. They're down. Amanda takes that lead again. Can she keep it? Oh, they both double DNF. Let's get them back up here again. We have Amanda in lane 1, Jim in lane 2. Let's race them. Amanda jumps out and takes that lead again. Can she keep it together for the win? And yes, she does. Here comes Jim to finish, but Amanda takes it. Next, we have David Jewell against Eric Slan. Let's get him up here. David Jewell is in that lane 1. Eric in that custom auto is in lane 2. Let's race them. They're down. Eric jumps ahead. Eric comes around. Eric spins around. And David takes a break for a photo op. Get your photo op, folks. We have David in lane 2 down by 1. Eric in lane 1 up by 1. Let's race them. They're down. Eric pulls in front. Can he keep it for the win? And yes, he does. Here comes David, but it's a little too late, David. So Eric wins. Now we have Benjamin Watson against Milton Britton Jr. Let's race them. Let's get them up here at the TFT Raceway. We have Benjamin in that Z-Rod in lane 1. We have Milton in that 72 Ford Ranch Arrow in lane 2. Let's race them. They're down. Milton pulls ahead. Can he keep it? And Milton comes around for that first win. Alright, we have Milton in lane 1 up by 1. We have Benjamin Wilson in lane 2 down by 1. Let's race them. And they're down. Milton pulls in front, a little bit of blocking. Benjamin putters out there in turn 2, and Milton takes it for the win. Next, we have Stephen Nicely in that Mopar, and we have the German in that Muscle Bound. Let's get him up here. We have Stephen Nicely in lane 1. We have the Flying German in lane 2. Let's race them. And they're down, they're neck and neck. But Steven pulls in front. It's a close one, but Steven takes that first win. Alright, folks, we have Steven in lane 2 up by 1. The German in lane 1 down by 1. Let's race. They're down. Steven pulls in front, but the German cuts him off. And the German takes us to an Autobot sudden death. Alright, folks, it's a sudden death here at the TFT Raceway. We have Steven in lane 1. We have the Flying German in lane 2. Let's race them. They're down. It's neck and neck. Steven pulls ahead. And Steven comes around. Oh, it was close, but that was Steven. Alright, folks, here we are for the next racers. We have High Octane against Tyler Smith. Let's get him up there. Let's race him. We have High Octane in that lane 1 in that station wagon. And we have Tyler Smith in that Nissan. Let's race them. And they're down. It's close. Tyler spins around and High Octane takes it for that first race. Alright, we have High Octane in lane 2 up by 1. Tyler Smith in lane 1 down by 1. Let's race them. They're down. High Octane pulls way in front and Tyler just parks it in that turn 2. So your winner is High Octane. Next we have Kevin Fairburn against Warwick Rule. Let's race them. Kevin is in that lane 1. Let's get him set up here. Warwick Rule in that station wagon in lane 2. Kevin is driving that 69 Dodge Cornet Super B. Let's race them. And they're down. Warwick Rule pulls in front. Kevin wipes out after turn 1. So Warwick Rule wins that first race. Are we ready? We have Warwick Rule up by 1 in lane 1. And we have Kid Fairburn in lane 2. Let's race them. They're down. Roll pulls in front and wipes out. And it's a double DNF. Alright, are we ready? They're lined back up. Let's race them. And they're down. And it's close. And can Kevin come to take us to a Autobot? He does. It's Kid taking us to a sudden death. It is sudden death time here at the TFT Raceway. We have Kid Fairburn in lane 1, Warwick Rule in lane 2. Let's race them. They're down. Warwick Rule pulls in front and Kid wrecks out. So the Warwick Rule wins sudden death.